The echoes of the Derby Day demolition are still ringing across North London, but the focus, as always with this relentless Arsenal side, has already snapped to the colossal challenges ahead. The recent 4-goal salvo was more than just 3 points. It was a profound statement of tactical and mental superiority, a defining moment that validates the paradigm shift under the current management. As the Champions League anthem prepares to serenade the Emirates once again, our attention must pivot to the immediate, gargantuan task of facing Bayern Munich, all while navigating a title race where the numbers now firmly favour the Gunners. Today, we break down the critical elements that have propelled this team to the summit, from a forgotten Hale End graduate's historic day to the redefined role of the league's most influential midfielder. The stunning Derby performance showcased a crucial tactical victory centred around the magnificent individual talent of Eberechi Ez, scoring a historic hat-trick against our rivals, a feat neither Henry, Kane nor Van Persie could achieve. His clinical nature was less about luck and more about exploitation. Mikel Arteta, possessing an intimate understanding of Thomas Frank's high-pressing, wide-focused midfield pivot Palhinda and Bentancur, knew exactly where the tactical fault lines lay. Frank's system habitually overcommits to the flanks, leaving a vast, unprotected expanse at the edge of the D area. This is precisely the pocket of space A's exploited time and again. If you look at the goals, specifically the almost statistically improbable low XG finishes, 0. 8, 0.4, 0.5. They all originated from the same zone. This was not a chance occurrence. It was a premeditated tactical structure designed to channel the ball to a player with the exceptional ball-striking quality of Ez, bypassing the dense wide areas and punishing the central void. This confluence of managerial planning and individual brilliance epitomizes the current Arsenal setup. As Arteta noted, since Eze's arrival, he's injected a vital sense of joy and a certain decisive aura that the team desperately needed to translate dominance into goals. The bedrock of this sustained pressure and tactical domination lies, irrefutably, in the midfield command centre, specifically the consistently exceptional performances of Declan Rice. Holding our rivals to a near-record low, expected goals, XG, of just 0.6 is a collective feat, but it is anchored by Rice's relentless aggression out of possession. His ability to consistently capitalise on loose touches and swiftly win the ball back acts as a hyper-efficient pressure valve, allowing the team to sustain attack after attack in the opponent's final third. The simple narrative that Rice is merely a defensive midfielder or a number 6 is fundamentally flawed and must be dismantled. His numbers are proof of an evolution, surpassing 50 Premier League goals and assists. He has been involved in more goals than any other Arsenal player this season, despite his supposedly defensive remit. This is a throwback, complete box-to-box midfielder, a genuinely rare profile with the capability to influence every single facet of the game, both defensively and in the final third. Arsenal fans are incredibly fortunate to witness this level of all-pitch quality week after week, but it is high time the broader footballing world recognised his holistic impact, not just his ball-winning statistics. This tactical completeness ties directly into the Arteta-ball philosophy, which cynics once dismissed as predictable or boring. To anyone still clinging to that outdated critique, I urge an immediate review of the recent game's tape. The essence of this Arsenal team is fluidity and unpredictable rotation. Consider the movement in the first half. Zinchenko, technically a defensive fullback, begins deep alongside Rice. Within a single passing sequence, he advances to become the most attacking midfielder. Moments later, in the very same phase of play, he operates as a centre-forward, facilitating the deep drop of Gabriel Jesus to open up space for the wingers. This constant, seamless rotation, where players understand their teammates' movements implicitly, is the ultimate result of Mikel Arteta's demanding training ground environment. It is why Arsenal continues to grow more unpredictable offensively. Furthermore, the patience displayed in the build-up, especially for the first goal, demonstrates a maturity that was previously lacking. So, while pundits demanded immediate verticality, the team chose to recycle the ball backward, drawing the opponent's defence higher and creating the necessary space to pounce. It was patience that led to the defining moment of magic from Ez, solidifying a moment that will forever be etched in club history. Before pivoting entirely to future opportunities, we must pause to appreciate Leandro Trossard, the team's current Mr. Underappreciated. His crucial opening goal set the tone for the entire match, adding to his now established reputation as a reliable contributor. Surpassing the goal and assist tally of Premier League legends in fewer appearances, Trossard has silenced the doubters who questioned his longevity or suggested he should be sold. Arteta's unwavering faith was clear. Leandro was never going to leave. A testament to the belief in the player's ability to make a difference in a squad environment. However, if we discuss high-impact left-sided forwards, the breaking news out of Spain concerning Vinicius Jr. immediately captures the imagination. Reliable reports suggest the Brazilian star has stalled contract renewal talks with Real Madrid amid an apparently strained relationship with the management. When a player of this caliber, one of the best left forwards in global football, becomes even remotely available, a club with Arsenal's current standing and capability must be in the conversation. The situation has been exacerbated by the hierarchy's decision to back the manager's tactical decisions, even when it means benching a star player like Vinicius. Despite his recent dip in form, 0 goals or assists in the last 10 matches, perhaps due to the arrival of Kylian Mbappe, the opportunity presented by his potential availability is precisely the type of strategic opening that a figure like Edu Gaspar, who is known to target such moments, would be tracking intently. Is he the player Arsenal should go all in for, or is the focus on the current squad enough? This question is vital as the season progresses. The immediate focus, however, remains squarely on the Premier League title search. Arsenal has seized full control, a fact confirmed by analytical models that now give the club an emphatic 63% chance of winning the title, compared to Manchester City's 21% and Liverpool's mere 4%. This drastic shift in probabilities is a direct consequence of the recent match week where both main rivals dropped points and Arsenal secured a decisive victory. While the league schedule ahead holds equal difficulty for all 3 contenders, Liverpool and City have consistently demonstrated an inability to maintain consistency this season. This hands Arsenal a gargantuan opportunity this coming Sunday. Having already secured a 6-point lead, a victory against second-place Chelsea at Stamford Bridge would not only send yet another resounding statement to the rest of the league, but would also stretch the lead to an almost unassailable 9 points. Though Chelsea presents a formidable challenge, these next 2 fixtures are undeniably the most intriguing and defining moments of the season so far. This intensity immediately flows into the Champions League, where Arsenal welcomes Bayern Munich back to the Emirates. This fixture is steeped in painful history for the Gunners, but the current context is drastically different. 1. Respected figures, including the legendary Jens Lehmann, are calling this a clash between the 2 best teams in the world right now, a true test of European supremacy. While Arsenal's domestic form has been exceptional, we must acknowledge Bayern's near-perfect European campaign, sitting ahead of us in the group on goal difference and remaining undefeated in the Champions League and Bundesliga, outside of 1 game, Wayne. The threats are obvious. The familiar presence of Harry Kane and the creative spark of Michael Olise. But the memory of past 5-1 defeats must be purged. Arteta's team, which has since gone to a Champions League semi-final and secured major European scalps, is now infinitely more experienced. Beating Bayern Munich at home is the definitive next step, the final chance to definitively confirm themselves as the most informed team currently operating in Europe. If this curse can be broken, it would be a hell of a statement. The match will also pit 2 former Palace players against each other. Olise vs. A fascinating subplot. In terms of availability, the manager has confirmed that while Victor Gyokeres and Kai Havertz are unavailable for the Bayern match, they are being pushed for the crucial weekend clash against Chelsea. Crucially, the return of Captain Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus, both back in full first-team training, provides a massive boost. This 7-day stretch, Spurs past, Bayern next, followed by Chelsea, is the period that will truly define Arsenal's season, and it is time for the team to make its biggest statement yet.